Alright, so something a bit different. I'm waiting for some prices to adjust, so I'll actually do the price guide video tomorrow. But this is just a just chatting video. So just want to talk about the Mega Evolution set. It's out in 2 weeks. Pre-release will be happening during this weekend here, and overall the set seems pretty good. The Mega Evolutions might actually change a lot of the format because of their height points, and trying to figure out what the landscape will be like with the bigger Pokemon and the prizes available. And just question, because I was having a discussion with my friend today, and I was talking to him about just how much Heroescape on a Mega Pokemon and how much a nightmare that is. Like, just imagine something like Mega Venusaur with a cape going up to like 488 points, or even with just Bravery Charm. Because Bravery Charm on 380 is 430. And if you're not hitting for weakness, just contemplate the amount of headache that is. And I was just sitting down thinking about it and just wow. And then even taking it a step further, things like Kangaskhan, which is like basic Pokemon with 300 hit points. Yes, again 3 prizes, but how easy is that to cross realistically, even with things like Dragapult? Because Dragapult will take at least 2 turns to get going, and in 2 turns it's already going as well, and Dragapult has hit it twice. So like, arguably, it'll take 4 turns, or 3 turns, 3 good turns to 4, to just kill a single Kangaskhan. And he's on his smaller end, with things like Camerupt that's like 350, and not hitting into weakness, that's leaving out things like Turo and the new supporter that actually healing the Mega Pokemon. And like, with all those things on the pipeline, because even now, part of the shake-up is that Dragapult actually damages your bench Pokemon, and because we play in these small Pokemon, like even if you look at my field here, you've seen Relicanth, and even Fez, putting a little bit of damage and then boosting it up is an excellent play. But now looking back, looking at it in the future now, a lot of that going to change. Of course, Guardy going to stay the same because Guardy has an insane damage output by itself. But very few decks will be able to actually keep up with that off the bat. Like Gholdengo will get stronger because they can just boss up and then discard energies to get rid of a lot of Pokemon. But those decks that don't have that such a high damage output, they might be at a significant disadvantage. Because just going just shot at killing them not very helpful. As I said, Penny, the supporter that fully heals Mega Pokemon. And we have enough energy acceleration in the game that it is exceedingly difficult to just say nothing going to happen. So you have to see like what comes next exactly. But again, who knows? And then we have even going further than that, things like Mega Gengar, which you're ignoring. And Mega Gengar actually has a fairly strong ability, even though it only applies to EXs, that with that prize denial. And even how that's going to shake up the meta. So you have a lot of builds going around, and then even just random slottings here and there to see how that goes. And just measuring, and maybe eventually we'll see how that changes everything. But again, who's to say how exactly meta will go leading into the next format? Because even like we're not like looking at this right now, the presumably new decks not actually running much of the old cards, and how that will lead into prices and all that. Because again, even the Mega Evolutions seem like it's going to be in short supply. So we'll see how even that goes. But again, it's a lot of presumptions. Well, I think we will still have like a good bit of mainstays and decent amount of decks remaining. But the problem being that will be very hard to actually just play the same format, and I don't think enough people preparing for it exactly. And even me, because I don't see any changes to the decks I using. Like my decks are prepared like a release in advance, so that even after release my decks still function. Because even two of my fan favorite decks, my Iron Thorns, is still just as valid, and even my Okie Dokie still pretty functional, and even will be somewhat stronger after the format change, because I'll be able to hit some of my Pokemon and one-shot them for 3 prizes, even in the upcoming format. And my strategy hasn't really changed and not really going to change. So altogether, we'll see how that's going to shake out. Oh yeah, just a few quick thoughts. Cause I've seen a lot of Guardian on the ladder these days, and that shit so irritating. But we'll see. Anyway, one subscriber away from doing desolate, some in deck decks. Oh god, I'm speaking there. From doing deck lists. So, maybe you can look forward to that. Because we're going to have some very good bangers coming. Like this deck I'm currently using here. Pretty fun build. The only way out of this is to like actually boss your way out, and mostly you're playing like 2 bosses and a counter catcher, and you can't use counter catcher in this game. And even if you burn 3 resources like this Gholdengo player doing here, you need to literally combine the right pair of cards in order to get out of it. And having a big hand is a disadvantage because of Ionos and 0-6. So it's all upside for you while being all downside for them. There you go. Free yourself and use your item to get back energy. There you go. Nice. Because again, name of the game is allow them to waste all the resources. Come on, use it. If you don't use boss here, you basically screw yourself. There you go. Nice. Because now, that gives me Alter Release, and all I really want is a big booty hole. Because remember I killed my feather a few turns ago. I don't need the item lock from the Relican't anymore. Because you just use 2 bosses. You have maybe 1 more. Take more draws. My hand bigger than yours. I have my Zersic. And we'll do the 80 damage here instead of 160. Because we want that second entry on him, so when he evolve up next time, we have a second Jellicent ready. No knockouts, make him with that energy, that damage with your monkey to kill him with you. Excuse me. And if you do, you're going to give him access to 3 cards. And all I'm going to do is just use the 0-6 to seal your fate and finish you off. There we go, take your prize. We still have a couple Ionos, I believe. Yeah, still 2 Ionos. Anyway, get distracted by this game here. The one thing that I'm really concerned about though is the proliferation of those larger decks. Especially because it's going to make it somewhat more difficult to actually get around the damage output from this deck. It'll take me many attacks to kill those Pokemon. So I have to think of something spectacular. But that's my specialty, so let's see. Let's look at my top cards first. No Iono, so interesting. Next, let's make him discard down. Nice. Take a peek at that hand. Don't know why it's sticking. It does have the boss. Okay. If that's the case, then I believe what your actual game plan would have been to boss your way out and then boss your way out and then possibly draw some item to bring back your energy from the grave. But we're not allowing you to do that here. We don't do that here. So I think we use a both or 06. And his only way out of this is to actually boss. And with the item lock here, he doesn't really have a decent alternative. You have to move damage slowly. Nice. To draw for Fez. Draw. We actually just need a Yono, and he's screwed. Damn, no Yono. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Bring this back. Bring this back. We'll lift the enhanced hammer. Psychic energy. There we go. This there. This there. Put him back. And we will. Did you use the boss? Didn't use the boss. Item lock him. And next turn we'll actually boss up his there we go. And does he have the energy for it? He needs about 5 or 6 energies. Damage rate up to 18 minutes. I guess I'll have to speed up a little bit. Oh, nice. That's actually pretty good. Ooh, second worst. So, first thing first. Take this retreat. Take this retreat. Boss. This. Full knockout. I don't think he has any more bosses orders. That's 3. And the next knockout we're going to take is going to be on that Jellicent. I think he might have enough energy. No, maybe she should have enough energy. Might have enough there without 2. I had 8 before. Let's see. Does he have 6 energy in hand? doesn't. And that's our win right there. Impatience. Impatience usually leads to a huge downfall. And that's us there with the win. Clean, nice, and no last I know.